All right, we're the Hebrew Israelites who come in and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great. All right, also known as the United Snakes of America. All right, to wake up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, speckled birds. All right, it's high time to awake out of sleep. We're at the end of this thing, and the time for repentance is almost over. All right, try to get you to repent, acknowledge your offense, pray for forgiveness, and get back in order. All right, because everything must be done in decency and in order. All right. So first and foremost, all right, we face the east. All praise due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Klakadah. All right. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. All right, and Shabbat Shalom, and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity. All right, today is the Shabbat. All right, the hopeful elect, tabernacle of David. All right, so we'll start right here in Isaiah 33. That old milk. Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom of knowledge, Salakia, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So what is the fear of what is the treasure? Okay. Wisdom and knowledge. What is wisdom and knowledge? What is the beginning of wisdom? The fear of the Lord. All right. So you're not wise. You're not stable if you don't fear the Lord. Here it is. You purport to be wise, but you don't fear the Most High. How do you know that? Because you're unstable in all your ways. You're double-minded. Okay? You flip-flop. No consistency whatsoever. And here we are at the end. It's time for Jake to wake the hell up and stop playing. All right? And if there's some hairs in the frame there, that's the tribble that's stopping the wind on the mic. All right, so that's what that is. Because it's more important to hear these words than to see what I'm doing. All right, as long as you can hear me, then you're good. And Salakia, yesterday, I didn't clear the SD card and the time ran out. So we missed a little bit. So anyway, what does it mean to be stable? All right, that means very soon and now you're going to be required to make the right decision, right? To be prudent, all right? To have discernment, to know what the Most High requires of you because you've done your due diligence, all right? So it doesn't always mean, just because you read this book doesn't mean you understand it, all right? And it's clear, all right? With all thy getting, get understanding. You might think that you're wise, but do you understand what's going on? Do you understand that the Most High is balance? Okay? And that you can't have the good without the bad? You got to have the bad and the good. You got to have it balanced out. And it all starts with you, okay? When you come into this thing, all right, you get tested all the way through, and those tests aren't going nowhere. The tests are just getting started. And the way to pass the test is to understand, to have understanding, right, that the Most High is going to jack you up if you don't step up and do what is right. And what is right? Okay? To know and to find out who the Most High is. Starting with fear. Knowing that he's going to jack you up and how he can do anything he wants. That should bring about a healthy fear. And that's where it ends. Your fear ends there. It starts and ends with the Most High. All right? But if you fear the world, how you look, what you want to be in this world, you've already lost the battle. This world is over now. As we stand on our feet, this world is over. Only thing that's left is the straight gate, making it to the other side. Not who you can be at this late time. How many views you can get, who you are on YouTube. You're so busy worrying about other people and not yourself. Okay? How can you examine yourself when your eyes are on everybody else? A double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. All right? Now is not the time for any of that. Now is not the time for ridiculous backbiting, fighting, anything other than making sure that you're tight. Your ship is tight. If your boat has all kind of holes in it, how are you going to stay afloat? And you know good and well, everybody knows, if you're unstable and you're walking around exalting yourself, guess what? Everybody knows except for you. Basically, you're a bug out. Salakia. clock here. All right, so you got people in the world, right? And people in the world are unbalanced already. You got self-righteous, and that's where it starts. Instead of being humble, right, and contrite, people are exalting themselves. Here it is. You got people that are stone cold murderers claiming to have an opinion other than what the scriptures tell you. For example, all right, abortion rights, which is a hot topic right now, and that's the Most High bringing that to the forefront. All right, how do you expose a murderer? Right? How do you expose somebody who is clean, contrary to the way of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah? Well, you bring them out and you say, hey, what are your thoughts on abortion? Well, my body, my choice, and all of this bullshit. But wait, that makes you a murderer, doesn't it? And you have no clue. See, somebody who's in the world and who is not aligned with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, as much as they may claim to. You got Christians out here claiming to be righteous, and they're clearly not. Okay? On both sides of the abortion issue. Here it is. Oh no, don't kill nobody. Don't kill a baby. We'll fight you at the abortion clinic. And then turn around and say Ukraine over Russia, and somehow Vladimir Putin is the bad guy. Right? Well, you haven't even went and looked into what's going on over there, but you formed an opinion without doing any research. And it's okay for the Nazis, if you will, to do whatever the hell they're doing. If I'm not mistaken, the Nazis were hell-bent on genocide. So has that changed? And when you look real deep into it, you find out that the Nazis are the Amalekites, who they were supposed to be exterminating in the first place. So it's all convoluted. When you're in the world, here's the point. When you're in the world, you got a world view. And if you have a world view, if you're occupied in matters of the world, then you agree with the world. Okay? If somebody stands up and says, I have more than you in a capitalist society, I got a better job and I make more money than you, therefore I'm better than you. Where is that in the scriptures? Are you not supposed to abstain from all manner of all manner of wickedness? What is it? We are too close to the end now. And see, what's going to happen is this. It's already started. And it started years ago, okay? You laid open your folly years ago, and it's showing, okay? That old bug out done raised his head, right? And when I say raised his head, you've exalted yourself. All right? Just because somebody doesn't fight you back on a moot point doesn't mean that you've won. Let's go back to Isaiah And let's read it again. See, because there's a lot of meat. Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. What times? The times of the end. We're in the end time. All right? You're going to need stability, not double-mindedness. Okay? Now is the time to be steadfast, not to be a flip-flopper. Because guess what? The Most High is going to try you, put you to the test, and these are easy tests right now. Simple things. Okay? Wait until it gets hard out here. Then we're going to separate the unstable from the stable, the men from the boys, okay? The world from the righteous. Those that are in the world, when you lose your little job, here it is. Here's how. This is the audacity of a nigga, okay? You ain't got a job. I got a job. I got a job. I got a job. That's a nigga trying to exalt himself above you. And here's how. Here, first of all, what kind of rulership mentality is that? You're talking about your job while you're in captivity in the world that is about to end. And you're standing on it. All right, so a ruler doesn't have a job. A ruler, right, has a title. King, prince. Okay. Ruler doesn't even have a career. A career is above a job, dumbass. Playing the guitar is not a job. No, it's a career if you do it right. All right. And what? You're running around envious and jealous and covetous and lustful over how much money you make in your job here in the world. And you're thinking on such a minuscule level. You're supposed to set your heart, set your mind on things above. Not, I'm better than you in captivity. That's a nigga. You're supposed to laugh at a nigga like that. Oh, you're got both feet in the world with the Bible in your hand, calling yourself a prophet or a teacher or whatever. This is what we're looking at right now. Okay? You don't believe in the mark of the beast. You don't understand the war that's going on in front of you. Don't understand that this society is over. How much is diesel? How much is gas? And you own a business? I have a job. I own a business in Babylon. That's over. This is how, this is the stability of a nigga today. I have a job. Nigga, you answer to Baal and Esau in what's left of his kingdom. And you're fighting me about it. I'm your biggest challenge. How is it that I'm your big, if you could take me down, you win? How is that? And what kind of thinking is that? If I could just take him down, if I could make him believe that I'm above him, you know what that's called? It's called exalting yourself. And here, let me help you. I'm nothing. Filthy rags, nothing. Just like you said, I don't have a job. I don't give a fuck about this world. You are above me in the world. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. You got about 5 seconds left. What game are you playing? Lost my spot. We go back. Isaiah 33. Where's the wisdom and knowledge? Completely unstable. What happens when they flip the switch and everything is gone? What happened to what makes you who you are? My job, my business, I got money, I got more than you. What happens to all of that the moment they flip the switch? What happens to it? Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. These times right here. What is the wisdom and knowledge? Well, you got the Bible in your hand acting like, and see, this is just an example. All right? And it's the Spirit. I didn't make somebody come out and scoff the camp. The Most High did that. Why? So that we can use that as an example. An example of what? An example of the prophecies jumping off the page, because that's one of the prophecies. The war is another prophecy, and the mark of the beast is another prophecy showing us that we're at the end of this thing. And how important it is to turn your back on the world, come out of her, my people, wake up, right? You got charlatans out here acting like they're men of the Lord, and they're clearly not. Doing worldly shit. All right? And I have instructions. Here are my instructions. Hey, don't run up and down being a talebearer. Don't bring out this guy's dirty laundry. You've got, oh my God, where do I start? But aside from that, here you have somebody clearly in the world, okay, completely unstable, a fucking clown, a nut job. You're a nut job in the world. A bug out. A clear bug out. A misfit. In the truth, you claim to be in the truth. In the truth, you're a bug out. In the world, you're a fucking bug out. And strength of salvation. What does that mean? It's time. The stability of thy times. What time are we in? We're in the time of salvation, dumbass. Not my job. Not exalting yourself. Not being in the world. Not wanting to be the leader of a camp. You stole my camp. You're recruiting my camp. You trying to recruit. And first of all, what are they doing? You better get your camp. I don't want them. You got people exalting their self, wanting to be a leader. You got zero leadership. You can't lead yourself. First of all, you can't get up out of bed and make a right and look in the mirror. Get up out of bed, look in the mirror, and get that mote out of your eyes. That beam. That's where it starts. Then come after me, which you're not supposed to do. Why are you coming after me? I know. Okay? Guess what? It's a spiritual battle. Why are you coming after the men of the Lord? There's Esau. Go down to Esau's camp and start a fight with him. You gonna do that? Follow Esau to his non-job and start a fight. This is crazy, the times that we're in. Here it is. You should be focused on what? Strength of salvation. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. What time are we in? And strength of salvation. We're in the time of salvation. But you can't see that. You're unstable. Okay? You're double-minded. You got the Bible out, walking around with a t-shirt with fringes on, claiming to be a man of the Lord, talking about, I make more money than you and I got a business. That's completely double-minded. And anybody following you, part of your camp or whatever, cheering you on, right? Anybody that agrees with you in any shape or fashion is completely unstable too. Being led into the ditch, can't you see? Oh, well, this guy's clearly a bug out. Who would go to a camp, sit there and exude this type of behavior? Gotta be in the end. All right? What about the war? Well, what war? See, hey, if you didn't come up under this sound doctrine, right, and then have the understanding of it, what's the understanding? Well, we're clearly at the end. What manner of person ought you to be knowing this place is about to be burned up? You're supposed to be backbiting and fighting and going starting fights at the camp. Wow. Wow. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. If you feared the Most High, you would not be at anybody's camp trying to fight somebody. Completely carnal. Let me provoke a fight. You don't fear the Most High. You're a fucking bug out. Anybody, not just, this goes out to whoever's watching. If you're watching and you hear these words, right, it's for you. The Most High directed you. The Most High got you fixed on me. How does that feel? You're fixed on me instead of on you. Why are you fixed on me? Why does my every move, my every word dictate your life? It should be this, not me. If there was something so wrong with, oh, you wrong and you ain't got nothing and you ain't shit and and I'm better than you and I'm better than. Why are you here? Why are you following me? Why do you hang and why does your whole life hinge on every word that comes out of my mouth? You got to ask yourself that. Shouldn't even be that. But for me, here's what it is for me. Well, Scripture said that was going to happen. Let me help you. You lust after what it is that you think I have. You're lusting. You want to be like me. There's only one me, okay? And I fear the Most High. You want to be like me? Fear the Most High. I tried to tell you that from the beginning. And immediately you went the other way. What can I do? Okay, that's your lot. You're standing in your lot. If you're a double-minded bug out, you're standing in your lot. If you have no respect for your elders, you're a fucking double-minded bug out and you're standing in your lot. It doesn't say to do that. If you don't fear the Most High, who is your elder, Yahushua is your elder, the elders are your elders, your father, your own father is your elder. Your father might be a bug out and a crackhead, still your elder, still your father. Does the Bible say, honor thy father unless he's a crackhead? Does it say that? Is it ever okay not to honor your father? If you have any wisdom or discernment, you'd say this: well, my father is a substance abuser, but that's just a demon on him. The Most High is dealing with him. I still honor and reverence my father regardless. Know to whom that it is that you do good. I'm paraphrasing. But do you just walk away because your dad is not in the truth? Or somebody older than you? Oh, that old nigga, he an old bottom. I don't have to listen to him. What about you? What do you get out of that? What do you get out of not respecting your elders? What do you think you get out of it? And when some kid comes up and totally disrespects you, who's 10 times the child of hell that you are, can you even see yourself? No, because you're not looking in the mirror. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. What is the beginning of wisdom? The fear of the Lord. So the treasure being spoken of here is wisdom and knowledge. What is the beginning of wisdom? The fear of the Most High. So you clearly don't fear the Most High because you're not very wise at all. Oh, I know the whole book. That's not Karagma. Karagma's over here. Your right hand. Anybody could go in and read the words. Shall I bring out the definition of esoteric again? Let's get it. Let's get esoteric. Bible is not esoteric. That's witchcraft. Salakia, bear with me. You got esoteric and exoteric. Salakia. Esoteric. This is Oxford Languages Dictionary. Intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number of people with a specialized knowledge or interest. This Bible is completely esoteric. You got people with the Bible in their hand walking around professing and exalting themselves to be the Grand Poobah, Chief High Priest, Grand Poobah Alazar Bon Loya. And if I could fit 5 other names on there, nigga, I'm working on it right now. And see, here's an example. This is an example for you. All right? You got to go look in the mirror, right? And make sure that you're not doing this. I'm chief high priest. Before your name even comes out, chief high priest. I understand the high part, nigga. You're high as a kite. Chief high priest Alazar Banloya, 15 different names. Okay, so, and then you go to your elders, the ones that taught you, showed you, who you learned from, and you want to correct them. You talk shit. You make videos about them. You show how double-minded you are back and forth across the board. Got the Bible in your hand. You're the chief high priest, Grand Poobah, exalting yourself. Why? This is an example. Why? Because you want to be that nigga. Not in the kingdom. See, the Most High is the one who exalts you, not you. You don't do it on your own. You humble yourself. You stay meek, contrite, and the Most High is the one that gives you your measure. See, you think it's you. You think you're somebody. Everybody else knows you're a fucking bug out. Who doesn't know that Alazar Banloya, chief high priest, Grand Poobah, is not a bug out? Who in the truth doesn't know that? Let me tell you who don't know it. The ones that are following it. And they know it too. And they're still got one foot in the ditch. Got t-shirts, fringes, smell goods, whatever else I can sell, and see how many likes and views I can get. Like this is a game. I'm going to talk about the elder. Got no respect for my elder across the board. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. What must the elder apostles of GMS think of that boy? What must they think about it? After all the time they put in, all the work they put in, to have a fucking bug out walking around exalting himself, what must they think about that guy? Well, here's what you do. You go look in the mirror and make sure that that's not you. Whoa. This thing's about to blow over. Salakia, let me readjust this thing so it doesn't blow over. I'm sure you can't see me at all. Salakia is what it is. It's a blustery day, like Winnie the Pooh, nigga. But you understand what I'm saying? I'm just, hey, the spirit. Right? Believe it or not, hey, the Spirit dwells within me too. Spirit on you. Okay? Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord Let's start at 1. Proverbs 1 and 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, the king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. Woo! Here we go. And see, a nigga, a fucking stupid kid, dying to be somebody. I just want to be somebody. I was never nobody in the world. Oh, here's something where I can exalt myself. I can be somebody. I could be the person I always wanted to be, and I could have people loving and bowing down and worshiping me. Here's what's really going on. I'm going to go do that in the truth. Both feet still in the world. Playing with the scripture. And you can't see that you're a fucking bug out. You know how I know you're a bug out? Because you think you know who I am in the world, and there's where your lust, right, defeats you. You want whatever you think I got in the world, that's what you want. And you're bringing it into the truth. You're trying to. You're looking real stupid. You're looking real dumb. So your mission is this, okay? Your job is this. If I can rebuke him and make him think that he ain't in the truth, if I can exalt myself above him, I become somebody. You are not in the truth, nigga. First of all, you can't make me think a damn thing. Other than this, here's what you can make me think. That you're a fucking bug out. And it's on record. Everybody hates you. I'm glad that. Hey, scriptures say this, ye shall be hated of all men. I'm glad. Blessed are ye. What about that? You forgot. All right, Salaki. That camera's tripping. I think it's the wind, which is why the tribble. Let me show you the tribble. All right, so this camera is designed more so for the audio than the video, and I call this a tribble because you put this on top of the mic to stop the wind from being able to sound. So I'm gonna do that, and if it's destroying the view, that's what it is. It's the words, not about what I look like. So, all right, back to it. If it goes down again, then it's just a blustery day. The point is this, man, we're at the end. We're at the end of this thing. You got to tighten yourself up. All right? If this applies to you, then use it. If it doesn't apply to you, keep it moving. Don't be a little bitch. Learn something. All right? Hey, we're going to see here in a minute what the hell is about to go down. If you ain't ready for what's coming, all right? Well, let me finish Proverbs. Proverbs 1 and 2. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment, and equity. See, this is heavy. This is heavy. You got kids out here with the greatest weapon that was ever created, the Holy Scriptures, wielding it all wrong. Fucking snot hanging all the way out their nose. To give subtlety to the simple, to the young men knowledge and discretion. Hey, wake up, young man. Do you know what it means to be discreet? You got to learn how to use this thing before you just go out shooting your cannon everywhere. All right? Here, let me help you. Honor thy father and thy mother. Okay? Honor, stand up before the hoary head. I know you hate that, but see, here's how you can weed out a nigga real quick. All right? Here's how you do it. You go straight to that, all hell breaks loose. Especially in today's times. In today's times, and it's getting crazy out here. Kids raising kids without the wisdom and knowledge and stability of the Scriptures. Okay? Women raising kids. It's even worse. Let's finish Proverbs. To give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning. A man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. Okay? Hey, you could know the whole book, and guess what? You're not doing it. What does that mean? It means you don't understand a damn thing. You're not doing it. We're going there. You ain't doing it. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Guess who's your spiritual father? You ain't never gonna admit that. You got spiritual fathers out here that understand age. So when you see a kid stumbling, falling on his chin time and time again, making the same mistake over and over and over again, jump up in your face and try to tell you what you're doing wrong. Like, well, wait a minute. Before you finish your rebuke and your reproof of me, okay, and I hear you, but first, you got the order wrong. Let all things be done in decency. You're completely undecent. And in order. So before you jump up in my face with blood all on your chin from falling, time and time again, and I see you. You're going to jump in my face and tell me what I'm doing wrong? I hear you. I'll glean what little bit of whatever you're trying to do. All right, brother. I'll glean that, but guess what else I see? What outweighs what little bit of insight I can get from what you're bringing? All that blood on your damn chin. This comes right after Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction. Right now, you're getting instruction. Do you hear it? You're not my father. You're not my brother. You're not in the truth. The Spirit ain't dealing with you. What are you doing? What are you doing with the script? What are you doing with the Bible in your hand? You're playing a game, and game time is over. It's Judgment Day. All right? We're in the day of doom. For they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. What? The instruction of thy father. Listen to that old guy. He's trying to show you something. Yeah, but he's not in the truth. Yeah, but I am. No, you're not in the truth. See who you are? And then it turns into a game. Well, how long you been in the truth? Well, longer than you. That doesn't mean anything. Oh, that doesn't mean anything. I didn't learn the truth from you. But am I in the truth? No, you're not in the truth. Okay. Hey, guess what? If I'm not in the truth, you're definitely not in the truth. Why? Because you have no honor. You can't hear the instruction of your father, your spiritual father, or otherwise. You're certainly not in. What you're doing is you're using the scriptures to justify your lust and wickedness. That's what and it's clear. Chin full of blood from falling yesterday. Not 12 years ago. Yesterday. Lay open your folly on videos now. Not 5 years ago. Not 8 years ago. Now. You're laying open your folly now. How? By attacking. What you attacking me for? There's plenty of people to go out there and attack. No. I'm the focus. If you could take me down, you win, right? You already lost. It's the book of James. Guess what? I see clearly. It's James 1. And let's start at 22. Be ye, Salakia, but be ye doers of the word. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Oh, wait a minute, let's go back here. My son, this is Proverbs 1 and 8. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. James 1 and 22. But be ye doers of the word. Salah. Bit my tongue. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. What does it mean to be a doer of the word? Well, let's get the law. Forsaking the law of thy mother. What law? Well, let's get the law. Got to come out. See, and I can do this. Why? Because I'm an old guy. You can't open the book and do this. You got to run from it. You got to make an excuse or try to find a scripture that trumps this, and it doesn't. Nothing trumps the law. Right, all scripture is profitable. But you can't try to trump the law. You just laid open your folly. Leviticus 19 and 32. Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head and honor the face of the old man and fear thy power. I am the Lord. That's a law in Leviticus. All right? Now, let's see if you're doing that or not. James 1 and 22. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. You have fully deceived yourself. Oh, you're not my father. You've deceived yourself. Can't say I'm not an old man. You've deceived yourself. Are you going to do it? You're not going to do it. Let's read on. James 1 and 23. For if any be a hearer of the word, guess what? This word cuts both ways. You could cut me, but guess what? You're cutting yourself because you ain't looking in the mirror. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, well, there you are. Do I have to read any more? He is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. That means looking in the mirror, but you don't see nothing wrong. Looking in the mirror, you don't see anything wrong. So much so that you forgot what you saw. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself as you exalt yourself, and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. But whoso looketh into the perfect law, let's read that law again. Leviticus 19 and 32. Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head and honor the face of the old man and fear thy God, I am the Lord. You hate that law. This is all I got to do to measure where you're at in this thing. No, you don't want to honor. Let's read that again. Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head and honor the face of the old. You don't want to honor the face of the old man. You want to come down to the camp and start a fight with the old. Oh, I'm faster than you. I'm quicker than you. You want to start a fight and be carnal with the old man. And somehow that's okay. Let's see how many views that can get, and let's pass it around for everybody to see so we can cheer this wickedness. There are stumbling blocks throughout this whole book, and you're in one. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty, what does that mean? Freedom, You lording over. Nigga, I'm lording over you. You got to do what I say. I know more than you. You only know 2 scriptures. I make more money than you. I'm smarter than you. What nigga comes and stands in front of an old man who's in the truth, claiming that somehow you're smarter and wiser and know more about the Bible than the next man does? Who fucking does that? At the end, here we are. The prophecies, there's not many left. They're coming to pass. We're at the end. This is what you're doing now. You're fully in the world, man. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. If any man among you seem to be religious and bridleth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man's religion is in vain. So go back and look at the video that I might have to repost it. It's getting so far back there. Go look at it again and again and again. And I saw that you did. Okay? And learn from it. Your religion is in vain. And anybody that's following you into the ditch, now is not the time for that. You're not a doer of the word. You don't fear the Most High. If you feared the Most High and had knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, Salakia, you wouldn't be coming after me. You'd be honoring me. And the way, there's a protocol and an etiquette that goes along with how you move when you are a man of the Lord. Okay? And I would be able to see it, but I don't. You know what I see? I see a goddamn bug out. And I've been patient, long-suffering, brotherly. Now, I'm not following instruction because I'm instructed to leave you the fuck alone. So now I'm going to follow that instruction. All right, hey, too close to the end. Where's Matthew 24? Matthew 24 and 24. And that's the spirit. For there shall arise false anointed and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Jump back to 21. Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not seen, Salah, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Okay? There's the elect. Now let's read 24 again. For there shall arise false, anointed and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. There's the elect being mentioned, right, time and again. Why? The first one has to do with time, right? The time being shortened. Clearly, the day, from the time you get up at 7:30 in the morning till 12 o'clock seems like an hour. It just goes by so quick. Do a couple of videos, it's time to eat lunch. All right? You cannot fool the very elect. You false prophets, you scoffers, you can't do it. It's your time. You scoffers, guess what? It's your time to shine. You better get all that you can. You better get what you can get. Because your world is almost over. This is your world. Chief High Priest Alazar. All right? You t-shirt and fringe IUIC. Your world is coming to an end. How well you look marching up and down the street with fur coats and whatever else the hell you got on. All right? Your world is done. It's at an end. And what does this mean anyway? For there shall arise false anointed and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders. What great signs and wonders? Oh, he cut him. Oh, I got 2,000 views on me cut. These are great signs. People like that. Oh, he cut him up and da-da-da-da. The time for that shit was 12 years ago, 13, 14 years ago. It's over, man. But you can't fool the elect. We're like this. Look, what does that mean? Bring it out! Con! You're still there. You're still looking to exalt yourself and to be somebody in what's left of this world when it's clearly over. Over now. You want to rule over people in what's left of this world? Here it is, you're in slavery, but you want to be a slave master to your people who we're supposed to be, if things were the way that, and they are the way that they are, because that's the way they're supposed to be, we're supposed to be together. But guess what? Let all things be done in decency and in order. You hate order. You want to be at the top and got zero understanding. You don't know not to come out and scoff the camp. What kind of understanding is that? You don't know that. You don't fear the Most High. Maybe, could it be that I did anything wrong in that sense? And led my whole congregation into the ditch? You came to scoff the camp. Why? Because your camp came here and were being edified, whether they hear or whether they forbear? You're all going to know very soon. Okay? What are you going to know? And the spirit moves. Oh, you didn't bring out one scripture. Guess what? That shit don't work on me no more. Go watch somebody else's videos and critique them and try to pull them out of the truth. That bullshit don't work on me no more. And it never did. If you can't see that, you haven't done anything to stop me. I was out here long before you, and I'm still out here, and all your efforts are in vain. Clown. Fucking bug out. But you're gonna be right there. You'll be right there doing whatever you can in desperation, because that validates you. If you could get me to walk away from the truth, then somehow you won. Right? Go look in the mirror, fool. It's Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Well, what they call the New World Order, what they're scrambling to bring in right now, would be the image of the beast. All right, the ways of this beast system. Okay? So what they're saying is, hey, if you don't get in order with the NW, with the New World Order, we're going to kill you. What is the New World Order? Well, all the people are going to be our slaves, right? Whoever's at the head of the beast, they're like, oh, we're going to enslave all the people and have them worship and bow down and pledge allegiance to us by way of transhumanism and by way of the MOTB. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, and free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So that right hand is going into your pledge. Pledge what? You're pledging allegiance to the beast system and to the fact that you understand your enslavement, and showing so by taking the digital all right? This is how close to the end we are. I forget the name of the company, but there's another company next to this guy, Elon Musk. And if you think that there's only two companies making brain chips right now, then you don't get it. What's going on in Taiwan? If they're the biggest maker of chips and high-end chips, okay, if that's what they specialize in, Taiwan ain't going nowhere. Chips are the way of the future. The future that's going to last this much longer. These are the end time prophecies. All right. There shall be a time of trouble such as was never on the face of the earth, nor shall ever be. Paraphrasing. That's called Jacob's trouble. You got the digital all, you got Jacob's trouble, you got the scoffers. And it's just, I'm going to just roll in the spirit book of Jeremiah 30 and 7. Got to get it by name. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Well, hey, we're in the time of Jacob's trouble. And a nigga doesn't give a goddamn. A nigga wants to be somebody with what's left of Babylon the Great. Here it is, Babylon the Great is over. They're finna lock you up, lock you down, starve you out. But you want to be a rock star. Not I want to be a rock star. Guess what? Been there, done that. As a kid, long before I came into the truth. Got that nut. You can have it. I'm not trying to be that. Got to go to work. You got a problem with that. It's not a job. It's a career. Be glad when it's over. Hey, when I'm able to sit on that throne, Lord willing, I get to sit on the throne and have people entertain me. Okay? That's how I think. That's my mind frame. I don't ever want to play again. I want somebody to entertain me. You're not good enough, off with their head. All right. Now, like King David, I might break out a 12-string and write a song. I can do that. The prophets were the best musicians. All right? And the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. So why are you mad at me? Be mad. Go look in the mirror and see who you should be mad at. Okay, your time is up, idiot. All right? Jacob's trouble is knocking on your door. Them famines are knocking on your door. Daniel 12 and 1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince that standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So, what should you be doing right now? You should be looking in the mirror and putting on the beautiful garment of the elect to ensure that you're written in the book. Not looking at me and trying to... Guess what? If you got me, which you can't do to the elect, if you got me to take my hand off the plow, all right? And the only one that can do that is Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. Lord willing, he don't. But you can't do it. You should be looking in the mirror, making sure that you're going to make it. Not looking at me and trying to hedge your bets. If he falls, then I'm in. It doesn't work that way. To me, you're just a test. You're a distraction and a clown and a bug out. Guess what? It turns out you're a fucking bug out. I had high hopes for you. First Peter 4 and 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober, and watch unto prayer. All right? That's where you're supposed to be. We're too close to the end, man. The Charagma. World War III. get Joel. Let's get Joel. Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days and in that time, what is significant about that? These days and this time, all right, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, that's what he's doing right now. All right, he woke you up after 3 days and a half. And now it's time to get out of slavery. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down in the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Jump down to 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. So here's your World War III. You don't see these things happening right now? No, you can't see them. They're not important to you. What's important is making sure you pull me out of the truth. You're hell-bent on it. I'm the first thing. I'm your first priority every day. Revelation 11:14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Well, we're looking at the third woe. What's going to happen tomorrow? Okay? What's happening tomorrow? Well, it's Victory Day in Russia because they took down the Nazis in World War II. And they're going to use that time to ramp up the war effort. What war? World War III. Okay? World War III is going to be ramped up tomorrow on that day. Letting you know that we're at the end. The talk of nukes is rampant. Okay? You got civil war coming on account of what? Well, if we're not able to murder our children freely, there's a problem. Okay? You got niggas being taken out. All right? It's coming out now. I made a little video about your boy Kevin Samuels because the Spirit revealed to me that he may have been taken out by the little nurse girl or whatever. That's not hard to see. Okay. The nigga like to get high. If you drinking Red Bull after Red Bull, what are you doing? Are you trying to achieve a buzz of sorts? What do you think Nazi crank is? Okay, it's that same concept. If he was taking care of himself, he wouldn't have been. That's a drug of sorts, right? What is it? Caffeine. And I drink coffee, sure, but you don't drink fucking energy drinks, right? That's no different than crank cocaine, speed. And for that matter, the Most High took that nigga out. Why? Whoever perished being innocent. All right? But great death, that's a signal of great death. Most High took that nigga out so that these demonic ass bitches could sit there and cheer his death, say all manner of wickedness, so the Most High could be justified and put their ass to death. Great death. That's what you should be preparing for. So knowledge and wisdom, what is the knowledge and wisdom? We're at the end. End of all things is at hand. Only an end has come. All right? And how you endure until the end is what means everything. This is Matthew 24 and 13. Start at 8. All these are the beginnings of sorrows, Jacob's trouble. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. I see you. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And we know that the gospel done went out to the four corners of the world. So we're at the end. Now what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Lord, knowing that all these things are about to be burned up. But you worried about me? What does that mean? That you're worried about me? That you're a false prophet. You're a scoffer. Scoffing me. When you should be focused on endure until the end. Scoffing me is not endure until the end. Scoffing me is showing that you want something in what is left of this world. Oh, well, your whole camp is on scoffers. No, my whole camp is on we're at the end. And here's the proof, scoffers. Scoffers, MOTB, World War III, Jacob's trouble, famine of the word, scoffing, false prophets, jumping out. It's all part of the same batch. All right. So anyway, you know what? I guess the wind didn't calm down a little bit, didn't shake the cord out. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High, keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of men. Are you keeping the commandments? I could show you where you're not. Leviticus 19 and 32. You don't fear the Most High. It's real simple. A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. You worried about me. Showing your folly. Clown. Bug out. Fucking bug out. Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. How easy is that? The simplicity of Yahushua. We're at the end, man. Focus on the right things, not the wrong things, all right? So with that, we'll say, all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them, taught us his truth. Shabbat Shalom, the salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word, truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right. Shabbat Shalom.